As with any election, there are a number of theories as to why things went the way they did. We've been hearing from a number of people who have been telling us that hundreds of thousands of military absentee ballots might have been missed, enough to overturn the election even. Is that true? Ben has the reality check you won't see anywhere else.
I've received a number of emails from people wanting to know if this story could be true. Here's what the article claims. It showed up on a site called the Duffel Blog. The claim is that military absentee ballots delivered one day late would have swung the election for Mitt Romney. Here's the gist of the article. Quote, sources confirmed today that hundreds of thousands of military absentee ballots were delivered hours after the deadline for them to be counted. Preliminary counts showing that they would have overturned the vote in several states and brought a victory for Governor Mitt Romney. Well, the article goes on to claim that ballots were delivered late due to problems within the military mail system, that the ballots sat in a warehouse for a month, were accidentally labeled as ammunition and then shipped to Afghanistan, and that after all the delays, they were finally shipped to polling places, arriving November 7th, the day after the election. So is the story true? Well, almost definitely not, and here's why. The story was not sourced in any way. The date on the story was posted November 7th, the same day all those ballots supposedly showed up late to boards of elections in numerous states. They weren't sent in one box, and yet somehow a preliminary count determined there were enough to overturn the election. It's all highly unlikely. Now keep in mind, here in Ohio, it would take at least 100,000 votes to change the outcome of the Buckeye State alone. That's only 18 electoral votes. But the biggest giveaway that the story is not true, a commander is quoted as saying that in order to make sure that the votes were counted, he held the vote 8 months ago. 8 months ago? That would mean that all those votes were cast before Super Tuesday, before Mitt Romney was the nominee. In fact, before Mitt Romney was even a front runner. So with a quick Google search, by the way, you can find out that the Duffel Blog, it's satire, just like The Onion, where they post fake stories that are supposed to look real. What this means for you is that the internet is the greatest source of information in the world, but that means it's a source for good and bad information. And this story, well, it's just that. It's just a story. It's not news. And that is Reality Check.
I don't know. I don't think that laryngitis was that bad, do you? I'm kidding. You can find the sources for the story posted on our website, fox19.com. And if you'd like to make your voice heard in the story, you can head over to Ben's Facebook page. You can find it by searching Ben Swan.